base, number 9 and batting 6, Adrian Pavelis. In left field and batting 7, number 15, Haruki Milevsky. In right field and batting 8, number 19, Machu Dadash. And batting 9, and playing center field, number 53, Rafał Schmeta. And the Polish starting pitcher today, number 0, Zewol Sokolski. Now, for Ireland, they're managed by Jay Murphy. Coach Tommy Murphy. Coach Frank Andrews. And Coach Ivy Cuera. Starting lineup for Ireland. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 63, Alexander Lucas. Center field, number 32, David McCarthy. Batting third and playing first, number 51, Damian Frame. Right field, batting cleanup, number 28, Harvey Johnson. Darius catcher, number 7, Ian Fowler. Batting 6, designated hitter, number 19, Jack Cole. Starting left fielder, number 30, James Bennett. Batting 8, number 41, the second baseman, Joshua Suda. Batting 9th, third baseman, number 35, John Finarelli. Today's starting pitcher for Ireland, number 61, Pascal Duggan. And the rest of the Irish national under-18 team. Today's umpires. Behind the plate, Thomas Markle. First base, Matty Fleming. And at third base, Alessia Ciccone. Grazie, grazie. Now we can all stand up. We will have the national anthems of countries. We'll start off with the visitors from Poland. Difficulties here in the booth. Anna Sohainska, players, and she'll be throwing out a ceremonial first pitch to start the game.
So welcome back to the International Baseball Centre in Ashbourne, County Meath in Ireland for game number 6 of the European Championship qualifier at the under-18s level, Pool A. This afternoon's game is between Poland and the host nation Ireland. Poland has secured their position in the final tomorrow, and this will be Ireland's last game as they've lost their first two. Leading off for Poland is Karol Wojciechowski, the catcher. Pascal Duggan on the mound for Ireland.
Ball 2.
So 3-0 now, the count.
3 balls, no strikes, no outs.
That one floats in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. That one catches the bottom of the zone to take the count full on the Polish leadoff hitter. And the payoff pitch comes in high, and that's going to be a leadoff walk, and the Polish have their first base runner. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Guy Perry. And first pitch misses down in the dirt and blocked by the catcher Cian Fowler to keep the runner at first base. And a balk called there for, I think, for no pause. And Wojciechowski's going to go down to second base on the ball. Now the count. That one also drops low. 3 balls and no strikes. And that one's grounded over to first base on the right side. That's fielded, and they take the out at first. Damien Frayne over there. But the hitter Guy Perry does his job in driving the runner over to third base. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Franciszek Dudek. And that one's grounded over to shortstop. Alex Lucas fires across, and that's dug out by Damien Frayne over at first for the second out, but the runner's going to score on the play, so Poland, first one's on the board, but Dudek out on the 6-3 put out. But it's 1-0 to Poland. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Piotr Pudowski. One's fouled away, out of play. 1 strike on Pudowski.
Podolsky. 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Breaking ball just misses on the outside corner. It's going to even up the count 1-1. 2 away here in the top of the first. Now misses high and tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now pitch is down. 3-1 now. And that one goes inside for ball 4. That's the second walk of this first inning. Puts Podolsky on first base. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Szymon Wojciechowski. And the first pitch from Duggan misses on off the outside corner. And he is called a balk there. Umpire adjudged that he did not step off with the back foot before turning to first base, in which case he must complete the throw. So Podolsky goes over to second base on the balk. And that pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike. So runner in scoring position now for Poland with 2 away. And this one's lifted into center field, but right at the center fielder battles the wind to make the catch, and Poland are retired in the top of the first, but they do strike and get first blood as they put 1 run on the board. We go to the bottom of the first, 1-0 Poland. So we go to the bottom of the first, and leading it off for the Irish is going to be the shortstop, Alex Lucas. First pitch is down for a ball. Lucas plays his club baseball for the Red Rocks in Portmarnock in Dublin. That pitch is down and away, misses. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And he goes right at him there with a fastball right down Broadway. 2-1 to count to Lucas. Next pitch misses, down and away again, and the count goes to 3-1. And little check swings, ground ball, gets out to the shortstop, and they're going to throw across in time to get Lucas, and the leadoff runner is retired. 1 down. That's going to bring up the center fielder, David McCarthy. McCarthy swings through the first fastball. Well, he gets a barrel on the second one, drives it up the middle, past the diving shortstop and into center field. So he's going to be aboard with a single to center field with 1 out.
That'll bring up first baseman number 51, Damien Frayne.
So Irish with a runner aboard is going to bring up Damien Frayne, the first baseman. That one misses way off the plate for a ball 1 on Frayne. Ooh, he takes a big daddy hack at that fastball, but comes up empty. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This pitch misses on the outside, snap throw to first. The pitch was actually called a strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now. McCarthy was back safely to first base. That pitch misses off the outside corner and evens the count to 2-2. And third base line, but foul. The count remains 2-2. And McCarthy goes there on the breaking pitch, throws a little offline, and he slides into second base, safe with a stolen base, as the and swing and a miss from Frayne, and he goes down swinging. So that's 2 outs now. McCarthy in scoring position there at second base. Harvey Johnson, the right fielder, coming up to the plate. Ireland trying to even up this ball game in the first. First pitch is fouled away out of play by Johnson. And he takes a nice fastball on the outside corner there. And now he's in an 0-2 hole. Next pitch is down and he lays off it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCarthy with a pretty big lead out there, and sure enough they check him, but he's back in safely at second base. And still not comfortable with McCarthy there at second, trying to keep him close. And Johnson takes the breaking ball for a called strike 3. Not pleased with himself as he squanders the opportunity with the runner in scoring position, and the Irish are retired with no runs and 1 runner left on base. As we go to the second, the score is Poland 1, Ireland 0. So we're going to start the second inning now with the third baseman Adrian Pavelec going to start things off for the Polish team here in the top of the second. And Pavelec's first pitch swing and drives it out into right field, but that is straight at the right fielder, Harvey Johnson, who makes the catch. And Pavelec is the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Haruki Milewski. First pitch from Duggan floats in there, catches the outside corner for a called strike. grounder up the middle. The second baseman has to travel a long way. Backhands it, but he is not going to have a play at first base. The runner is safe there. And that's an infield hit for Milevsky. It's going to bring up Maciej Dadac, the right fielder, with the runner on first base and one away. And this one's lifted in right field. Johnson coming in on it, not going to get there. Ball drops, but the runner had to hesitate. They fired his second base in time to get the lead runner on the force. Difficult decision for Milevsky there to judge whether to stay or whether to go. He's caught in no man's land, and they throw him out on the fielder's choice. Dadac aboard at first base. So two away here. That's going to bring up Rafał Śmetek, the center fielder. He shows bunt but takes the pitch. It's going to be a called strike. Runner going on the pitch. Throw is on the third base side of the bag, so they're not going to have a play there at second base. So that's a stolen base for Dadac. And this ball's driven hard into center field. McCarthy going back. He is not going to get there. And that is going to score a run. And Śmetek is into second base with a double to center field and an RBI, scoring Dadac for the second run for Poland. And that gets them back to the top of the order, the catcher, Karol Wojciechowski. So two-way now with the runner in scoring position for Poland. And he's first pitch swinging, but a little bit ahead of that breaking ball and drives it foul down the first base side. And this ball driven hard to center field also. McCarthy going back, he's not going to get to that one either. And Wojciechowski is going to trade places with Śmetek as he has another double to center field and an RBI for Poland's third run. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Guy Perry. So runner still now in scoring position for Poland with two outs. Duggan deals high there for ball one. This one is grounded over to second base. Suda comes up with it and fires to Frayne at first, and that takes care of Poland, but not before they score. Two runs here on two doubles to center field. The wind, very strong wind now blowing out to center field, playing some havoc for David McCarthy out there as those balls just carried over his head. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 to Poland. So we go to the bottom of the second. The catcher, Cian Fowler, is going to lead it off for Ireland. Fowler first pitch swinging. He drives a ground ball to the shortstop, who has time to take care of him at first base. So there's one quick out. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Jack Golden. Golden takes a called strike on the outside corner at first pitch. Next one misses well inside. Almost hits him. Good pitch right on the black on the outside for a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Golden. And that one up and away from Sokolski. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss on a nice breaking ball there. That's going to retire Golden. And there are 2 quick outs. Brings up the left fielder, James Bentley. He takes outside for a ball. And that was fouled away on the first base side. Evens the count at 1-1. And ground ball over to the shortstop there. He comes up with it, fires across in time to get Bentley, and Ireland go down 1-2-3 in the second. And the score remains 3-0 Poland, and we go to the third.
Start tomorrow, Sunday at 10:30 a.m. according to King himself, Mr. Vila. So tomorrow's final starting at 10:30 tomorrow morning.
So we're going to go to the top of the third now. Poland ahead 3-0. Dudek's going to lead it off. He grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning. Buendia's way outside for the first pitch for ball one. And this one's lifted into center fielder. He was fooled a little bit on the pitch. Wind's going to carry it this time all the way to the center fielder, David McCarthy, who makes the catch. And Dudek is retired. One away. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Badovsky, who walked in the first inning. Advanced to second on the balk, but was left stranded there. First pitch high and away for ball one. And that one misses down. 2-0. That one missing away. Duggan has dug a hole for himself. 3-0. Badovsky had the green light and he's hacking away there, but drives it foul down the third base line. 3 balls and 1 strike now the count. This one is driven deep in the hole at shortstop, backhanded by Lucas, fires across the diamond, but not in time. That would have been an outstanding play and a strong throw from Lucas, but Badovsky, hustling down the line, just manages to beat it out, and that's going to be an infield single and brings up the second baseman, Szymon Wojciechowski. Shows bunt, but the pitch is thrown very wide, goes back to backstop. Runner was going on the pitch, but is going to hold on at second base with the stolen base. That pitch just misses, and 2-0 now the count. And that one is fouled away, out of play down the third baseline. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wojciechowski. Driven into right, Johnson comes up throwing, but he fires it all the way to the plate, and that's going to allow the batter to get around to second base. They were holding the runner at third, so no need for that. Had they hit the cutoff man, they could have kept him at first base. But Badovsky round to third on the single to right field. That's going to bring coach out to have a chat. as the third baseman Adrian Pavlach waits to come to bat. So Coach Murphy not making any changes for the time being, just wants to settle down his defense and see if we can stop Poland extending their lead. One out here in the top of the third, and runners at second and third. A nice pitch from Duggan there on the outside corner as a called strike.
One out here in the Polish third.
And just misses with that one, and count goes to 1-1 on Pavlach. That one is down, 2 balls and 1 strike.
2-1.
That one's grounded up the middle. Second baseman not going to get there. That's going to comfortably score 2 runs. And Pavlach has a 2 RBI single to center field.
Now scored 2 Polish base runners in second and third, and with 1 out.
It's going to bring up Milewski, the left fielder. Poland now leading 5-0. And the Polish coach comes out. He's going to make a change with a pinch runner at first base to run for Pavlach.
Pinch runner over first.
Alex Polonek, the pinch runner at first base. Duggan trying to keep him close over there. Pitch gets away, runner was going, and it goes to the backstop. He's going to continue on to third. No throw from Fowler. So he's going to get around to third base with a stolen base and advances on the wild pitch. 2-0 now, the count on Milewski. That's floated right in there by Duggan for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now. one is lifted just over the head of the second baseman. It's going to drop, and it's going to score Pavlich from third, and that is an RBI single for Milevsky. Poland extend their lead to 6-0. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Dadac. Got one out now, runner on first base. Duggan catches the inside corner with that one for a called strike. Another quick check over at first, but Milevsky's back in safely. Our pitch is way outside and down. Loved by Fowler, tries to back pick at first base, but he's back safely. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Another quick check over there at first base. Well, runner's back in safely. Pitch misses. Fowler again tries to back pick, but to no avail. Count's now leveled up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that pitch just misses on the outside corner. Going to take the count full. 3-2 with 1 out. And that one misses for ball 4. So Dadac takes the walk. It's going to push Milevsky over to second base. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Rafał Śmietek, who doubled in the second inning. And that's going to bring the coach out again, and that's going to be it for Pascal Duggan. We're going to have a pitching change. to the forecast of some inclement weather here in Ashbourne tomorrow afternoon, the final of the tournament is going to be pulled forward to a starting time of 10:30 a.m. local time here in Ireland. Try to get the game in before the afternoon rain comes. Of course, it is Ireland, so that could all change. But the time for the final is now scheduled for 10:30.
Pitch and chin. To throw for Ireland. Big number 99, right-hander Ali Lee.
So new pitcher for Ireland is number 99, Oliver Lee, and he's going to pitch to Schmetek. There's one out here, and runners on first and second base. Lee fires in high for ball one. And that one's high and away for ball two. And that one misses in, 3 balls. A walk issue by Lee. That's going to load him up. And that pitch gets away to the backstop. Runner from third is going to come in. He's going to make it. And everyone advances on the wild pitch.
That is number 18 for the years.
misses down and away. 3-1 now the count. And swing and a miss there. Now 3-1 now the count. And that's a walk issued to Tchaikovsky. Gonna load him up again for Guy Perry, the designated hitter. And Lee deals up and in there. And it's going to bring Coach Jay Murphy from the dugout. Seven to nothing, Poland leading now. They have put 4 across this inning. Guy Perry at bat, he's 0 for 2 today so far on 2 groundouts. So bases loaded with 1 out. Third base playing in short. That's down and gets by Fowler, and run from third is going to score, and the other base runners move up. So another run scores on a wild pitch. Pitch is down. Poland now leading 8 to nothing, and 2 runners in scoring position. And grounder, they get him at first, and the runner from second is hung up, and they chase him down and get the double play to get out of the inning. So Perry rounds out on the 4-3, but Tchaikovsky caught off second base. And Ireland finally get out of the inning, but they allowed 5 runs across, and they trail now 8 to nothing as we go to the bottom of the third. go to the bottom of the third. Ireland chasing 8 and yet to get through their order once. They've had one base runner on the single by David McCarthy in the first and went down 1-2-3 in the second. So Joshua Suda, the second baseman, going to lead it off for Ireland in the bottom of the third. Takes the pitch outside for ball 1. And that one also misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Suda pitched a nice game against Slovakia yesterday. And he swings through the fastball there to take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And this one's lifted high behind the plate. Catcher going back. He's going to run out of room as that comes down in the stands. And 2 balls and 2 strikes and count on Suda. Sokolsky deals high there, and that takes the count full. And fouled away there by Suda. Walk issue to Suda is going to bring up Trajan Finarelli, the third baseman, with the runner on first base. Now nobody out. This is inside. Count goes 2-0 on Finarelli. And goes right at him there. That's down the pipe for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Suda going on the pitch, and catcher can't get a handle on it. He slides into second base safely. And swing and miss from Finarelli takes the count full. That one misses, and Finarelli is also going to get aboard with the walks. That's 2 walks to lead off the third inning, and it gets us back to the top of the order, the shortstop Alex Lucas. And that one's in there in the inside corner for a called strike. check of the runner at second. Pretty healthy hack there from Lucas, but that ball goes foul out of play. So he's in a hole 0-2. He's got 2 runners on with nobody out. And this one misses down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Suda goes on the pitch, ball goes back to the backstop, but and a bit of a delayed run from Finarelli at first, but both runners are going to advance, and that evens the count at 2-2 with runners in scoring position now on second and third, and nobody out. Floated in high and misses, and the count goes full on Lucas. And this one foul back, and catcher's not going to have a play on that, so we're going to do it again. And fouled up, catcher trying to pick it up, but that one's gone out of play also. And remains full count. And Lucas swings through the off speed. Ball is dropped, but the catcher puts the tag on him, and there's one away. So we'll bring up center fielder David McCarthy, singled his first time up. First pitch misses off the inside. 1 ball to McCarthy. Now one's down and away. Catcher just gets enough of it to stop it and keep it in front to keep Suda at third base. And nice pitch there on the outside corner. Called strike, and the count is 2 balls and a strike on McCarthy. He's got runners on second and third. And swing and a miss there from McCarthy takes the count to 2-2. And that breaking ball just misses. Looked like McCarthy thought he was going to get rung up there, but that was off the plate. that comes inside, and that is ball 4 and a walk. So that's going to load him up for the first baseman, Damien Frayne.
Bring up the first baseman, number 51, Damien Frayne. 1 out in the home half of the third.
Frayne drives this one out into right field. Right fielder going over, not going to get there. Gets by him. That's going to get to the fence. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. They're bringing the third. Throw into the plate. And tagged out at the plate is McCarthy. A 2-run score, and Frayne is around to third. So Ireland get on the board here with 2 runs across. Oh, and that one comes in and gets a piece of Johnson, and he's going to go up to first base on the hit by pitch. So Cian Fowler, the catcher, coming up now with runners at the corners and 1 away. So still a good chance for Ireland to further close the gap here. And that's going to bring the Polish coach out to have a word with his young pitcher. So he's going to stick with Sokolski for the time being. And Fowler takes his place in the batter's box. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Now an 8-2 ball game. There goes Johnson on the pitch, which is in the dirt. They're not going to throw. And Johnson is into second base. Puts runners on second and third now. And a 2-0 count on Fowler. And that pitch misses away. And it goes to 3-0. And the Polish coach has seen enough. And that is going to do it for Sokolski. And we're going to have a pitching change. Hubert Jeska coming in to pitch.
Pitch for Poland, 27, Hubert Jeska. Just want to remind everybody that the Ashbourne Giants are holding baseball summer camps for kids here at the International Baseball Center. We have a camp starting up next Tuesday. It runs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. More information can be got from the merchandise or drink stand here at the International Baseball Center. We also want to know that there's a raffle taking place for some great prizes, which benefits the Ashbourne Baseball Club. And get those tickets, raffle tickets, from the merchandise stand, which are just behind home plate. So we've got summer camp starting next Tuesday for kids. 60 quid, great value, from Tuesday to Friday. And we've got a raffle to benefit the organization and baseball in Ireland. Tickets can be got at the merchandise stand behind home plate. Second, third. Called strike.
So that one gets away, goes to the backstop. Friend going to come and he's going to score. And Johnson advances over to third base, and that's ball 4 on Fowler, and he goes up to first. So 8-3 now to score. And runners at the corners for the designated hitter, Jack Golden.
Number 19, Jack Golden is inside, ball 1. Fowler at first, Johnson at third.
That one misses away on Golden. 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls and no strikes to Golden.
Runner going on the pitch. Throw goes back to the pitcher, but Johnson holds his ground at third base. So Fowler over to second with the stolen base. And that one's in there for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike now on Golden. Fowler at second, Johnson at third with 1 away. Golden swings through that one and just gets a little piece of it in the foul tip, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one misses away. It's going to take. That one fouled away. And that's ball 4. So that is going to load them up again as Golden draws the walk, and Ireland have batted around. James Bentley, the 9th batter to come to the plate this inning, the left fielder for Ireland. And Bentley takes a called strike. Next pitch misses down and away.
Outside, 1-1.
And the count goes to 1-1. Still only one out here in this inning. And ground ball to the right side. Pitcher going over the cover. First baseman fields it and flips to him. They're going to take the out at first base.
3-1 in the foot. That's the third out of the inning. The Irish score 3.
That's actually the third out of the inning. So on that force out at first, that's going to retire the Irish team on the 3-1 put out. But they put 3 runs on the board, take the score to 8-3 as we go to the top of the fourth.
For the Irish, number 53, Nicholas Fallon. Fallon.
So we go to the fourth inning. A new pitcher for Ireland is Nicholas Fallon. And Dudek is going to lead it off for Poland, the first baseman. He's 0 for 2 today. And Dudek takes the first pitch for a called strike. And Fallon going right at him. Dudek fouls that one away, and he's in an 0-2 hole. And Dudek chops at the high pitch, but tries to foul down the third base line. So the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. And Fallon gives him a bit too much of the plate there on an 0-2 count. And Dudek drives that one into left field, and he's got a leadoff single. That's going to bring up Tadovsky, the shortstop. Fallon checks him over there at first base, but Dudek is back comfortably. Runner going on the pitch. That's inside. Throw from Fowler. It's not in time. So Dudek's in there with a stolen base. This ball is smoked into left field. That is going deep. That is going to one-hop the wall and is easily going to score Dudek from second base. And Tudovsky's into second base with a double. And Poland extends their lead to 9-3.
Number 29, Michael Sosa.
It's going to bring up Szymon Wojciechowski, the second baseman. Runner on second and nobody out. First pitch is down for ball one. And that one's fouled back and out of play, evens the count at the ball and a strike. Pitch misses off the outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and a strike now on Wojciechowski. Pitch gets a piece of him, but it's ball 4 anyway, and he's going to go up to first base. So runners on first and second now with nobody out. He's going to bring up Polinek. Drives this one out to right. Johnson tries a short hop, but it gets by him. It's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. And around to third base goes Polinek. With a 2 RBI triple.
That'll bring up number 15, left fielder, Haruki Milevsky.
Someone's grounded over to first base. Frayne digs it up. He tries for the play at the plate, and the slide is under the tag. Runner is safe. So still nobody out, and that makes the score 12 to 3.
First, nobody out here in the Polish top half of the floor.
So Dadac, the batter now, and takes a called strike. Milewski aboard at first base on the fielder's choice that didn't quite come off at the plate. Fallon deals high, keeping his count at 1-1. And that one is down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Dadac swings through that one. That's going to even the count at 2-2. And that just misses off the inside corner. Runs the count full. And breaking ball drops in there. That's a called strike 3. Dadac goes down looking. That's going to bring up Schmetek, who doubled in the second and walked in the third. Shows bunt, runner goes on the pitch. It's high and outside. There's going to be no throw. So Milewski's at second base, a stolen base. And that one chopped foul, just wide of first base. And that one's in the dirt. Fowler keeps it in front. 2 balls and a strike now the count. Rain coming down pretty heavily now here in Ashbourne. That pitch is down and gets by Fowler. And Milewski's going to advance over to third base on the wild pitch. And Schmedek takes the walk. Which gets us back to the top of the order with the catcher, Karol Wojtkowski. So Jay Murphy coming out here, and he's going to make a pitching change. Fallon is done. So it looks like the shortstop, Alex Lucas, is going to be the new pitcher for Ireland. And we're back to the top of the order for Poland, the catcher, Karol Wojtkowski. We have one out. And runners at the corners. First pitch from Lucas is up for ball one.
Ball one. Alex Lucas, shortstop, takes over pitching duties.
That one's down. Fowler keeps it in front of him to keep the runner at first base. 2-0 the count. A runner going on that pitch, but no throw from Fowler with the runner on third base. So Schmetek over to second base with the stolen base. And little comebacker there to Lucas. He fires over to first and gets the out. Runners stay where they were. And they're two-way. And that one gets by back to the wall, but it rebounds off the wall, and the runner's going to hold at third base. And that one misses high and tight. That's going to be ball 4. And Perry takes the walk. And that loads them up. And Poland has batted around here in the 4th. There are 2 away now, with the bases loaded for Dudek. Dudek strokes that one out into right. That's going to drop. 1 run's going to score. They're waving next one around. 2 are going to score. And around to third goes Perry. And that's a 2 RBI single to right field for Dudek. And it's now score standing at 14-3.
So it's now 14-3 with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the shortstop, number 12,
So that's going to bring up Tudovsky, the shortstop. Quick check over there at first base. He's back in safely. There's 2 outs here. Runners on first and third. Runner goes on the pitch, and it's called high for a ball. Lucas thought he might have got that call. Umpire not terribly pleased, but Lucas looking for clarification. So runners on second and third now. Count 1-0. This one misses off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. This one lifted high in the right field over by the foul line. That is going to drop just inside the foul line. That's a fair ball, and it's going to score 2 more runs for Poland. So that's a 2 RBI single for Tudowski. And that makes the score 16-3.
Now 16-3. That'll bring up number 29, right fielder, Michael Sosa.
And that's going to bring out Coach Murphy once again. And Murphy's going to stick with Lucas for now. That brings up the second baseman, Szymon Drawkowski. And chop it short, and they cannot get the play at second base. So runners on first and second now. It's going to bring up Polanek. Hit a triple earlier in the inning. And lifts this one out into center field, but it's right at McCarthy, is camped under it, makes the catch, and Poland are eventually retired, but not before they do extensive damage, bringing 13 batters to the plate and scoring 8 runs. And the score stands at Poland 16, Ireland 3 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. So Suda's going to start it off for the Irish in the bottom of the fourth. He takes the first pitch down from Krzyzewski.
1 ball and no strikes.
And next one also misses down, 2 balls and no strikes. And Suda lifts this one out into right field. That's going to find the grass, and that is a leadoff single for Suda. That's going to bring up Trajan Finarelli.
35, John Pinarelli.
Beg your pardon, Sean O'Toole, the pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter. Number 22, Sean O'Toole.
So O'Toole swings through the first one. And second pitch, called strike on the outside corner. And that pitch down for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now, the count on O'Toole. And Suda running on the pitch, ball's off the plate, throw is not going to be in time to get Suda. And he's in there with a stolen base. Count goes to 2-2 on O'Toole.
Bring up leadoff hitter, first pitcher, Alex Lucas.
Sorry, that was a strike call on O'Toole, so he was struck out. There's 1 out, brings up Alex Lucas, the shortstop, with a runner on second base now and 1 away. That one foul tipped into the glove. That one is fouled away for strike 2 on Lucas. 0-2 the count. He leaves that breaking ball up high, pretty good read by Lucas, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball down that time, and he swings through it for the strikeout, and that's Two outs now for Ireland. Runner in scoring position on second base. David McCarthy, the centre fielder, coming up. But time is called. Coaches want to talk about what they're doing here. Looks like they're sticking with McCarthy. So two away, Suda on second base. Ireland with a 13-run deficit here. They're trying to make inroads on. And swing and a miss from McCarthy. Next pitch misses up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch misses up and in. 2 balls and a strike on McCarthy. McCarthy singled in the first, walked in the third. Skips by and back to the screen. Suda's going to advance to third base on the wild pitch. And the count on McCarthy goes to 3-1. Now high and tight for ball 4. McCarthy draws the walk. He goes up to first base, so runners at the corners now. Suda at third, McCarthy at first, and the first baseman Damien Frayne comes up to bat. Frayne has struck out in the first inning and hit a triple in the third. His first pitch swinging dumps this one into center field, and that is going to score Suda from third. And McCarthy advances on to second on the play. So an RBI single there for Frayne, and that makes it 16-4. That brings up Harvey Johnson, the right fielder, who has struck out in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third inning. And Johnson swings through that one and evens the count at 1-1. One lifted out in the right field is going to drop. They're bringing McCarthy around, and he is going to score. And Frayne around to third base, and Johnson has the RBI single to right. Score now 16-5.
17 Fowler.
Ian Fowler, the catcher, now coming to the plate with runners at the corners and still 2 out. And first pitch there catches the outside corner for a called strike on Fowler. And that one's right down the pipe, called strike. And runner goes. So Johnson swipes second on the play. Frayne holds his ground at third. So runners at second and third. 2 outs and an 0-2 count on Fowler. And that is a call to a strike, dropped by the catcher, but he makes the tag. And that's 3 outs, and Ireland are retired. But they put up 2 runs to slightly close the gap. It stands at 16-5 after 4. And we go to the 5th inning.
Take place at 10:30 in the morning due to the risk of inclement weather. Later in the afternoon. First pitch tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. here at the International Baseball Center in Ashbourne. All premium and corporate seats will be honored at tomorrow's game as the other day. Bar and refreshments. Front turf tomorrow night. Come on out to the final of this under-18 European Championship qualifier.
Pinch hitter for Poland to lead off the inning is Ronan Pruskowski. And he takes the first pitch from Lucas for a strike. Next one is up for a ball. Evens it up at 1-1. high and tight. 2 balls and 1 strike now. And that one skips by to the backstop. 3 balls and a strike now on Pruszkowski. And a nice pitch on the outside corner there, called strike, and that takes it full. And this one is lifted out into left field, but that fielder's under it and hauls it in, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. That brings up Dadac. Breaking ball from Lucas, floats in and catches the inside corner. That's 1 strike. And the fastball just misses. Fowler wanted the call. Pitch is down. 2 balls and a strike now. Of the batter there, draws the walk. So 1 away here and a runner on first. And first pitch is in there for a called strike. Shimura, the batter now. And that pitch gets by and goes back to the screen. Runner was already going and is in at second base with a stolen base. This one is lifted high in foul territory. Catcher and first baseman chasing it, but the wind blows that one off course and it's going to drop, but it's a foul ball. misses and takes the count full on Shimura.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
That one lined over first base, just inches from the first baseman's glove. Runner is going to be held at third. And Shimura is aboard with a single to right. Runners at the corners now for the top of the order. Kobierski is the pinch hitter. Pitch to Kobierski is wide, and that's ball 1. And the pitch has been invaded by a canine friend, so we're calling time for the moment until the offender is apprehended, which is proving to be a challenge. It's now taken off around the outfield.
Johnson in high pursuit. Does anyone have a fire hydrant we could borrow?
And he has eventually been subdued and being escorted from the field. So 1 out here, 1 ball and no strikes, the count on Kobierski, with a runner on first base and third base. And that one's in the dirt but gloved by Fowler. This one is lifted into left and could be trouble. Left fielder coming in. Shortstop going back and makes the over-the-head catch. Nice play there by the shortstop. And keeps the runners where they were at first and third. Now 2 outs. That brings up Perry, the DH. Perry hits a dribbler up the middle past the catcher. Shortstop can't glove it, and runner is safe. Run scores from third, and runners at first and second for Dudek. Bashko actually the pinch hitter here. Runner scoots over to second base on the wild pitch. And that one sails past, but runners are going to hold their ground. 17-5 now, Poland leads, so Ireland definitely in danger of a mercy defeat here, but still will get to bat in the bottom of the inning. And that is ball 4. So Vashko is going to take the walk to first base, and that's going to load him up. And that's going to bring Coach Murphy out to have a word with Lucas. So Podolski coming up to bat now with the bases loaded and 2 away. First pitch to him misses high for ball 1. That one's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Is high and tight, and the count goes to 3-0. Lucas has nowhere to put him. But he drives this one out into center field on the 3-0 count. 1 run scores, 2 runs are going to score. And around to third base goes Vashko.
That'll bring up the right field at number 29, Michael Sosman. Runs the first and third and 2 outs.
That one gets by. Runner is going to come from third, and the runner from first over to second.
Wild pitch, Bosco scores.
Ireland have put another 4 across here in the 5th and have a 19-5 lead. And Sosna comes up to bat. That gets hit by the pitch, and Murphy has had enough and is going to make a pitching change.
Lucas will move over to third base. Coming in to pitch for Ireland, number 28, Harvey Johnson. Johnson, new pitcher.
So new pitcher for Ireland is Harvey Johnson, and he is going to face Olenek. He shows bunt and offers at it but misses, so that's strike one.
No balls and a strike to the batter.
And next pitch is up and in, and evens count at 1-1. And down and away from Johnson. 2 balls and a strike now. And this ball is laced into center field. It drops in front of McCarthy. Runner's going to hold at third. That loads him up for Pruskowski, and they have batted around in this inning. Pruskowski flew out to left field in his first at bat, and he takes a called strike on the outside corner there. Johnson misses outside with that one, and the count goes to 1-1. So 3 balls and a strike on Pruskowski. That one is wide and is going to walk him, and that's going to walk in a run. Poland's 21st of the day.
21-5. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. That'll bring up second baseman. Number 6,
So base is still loaded now for Filasov. Walked and scored his first time up earlier this inning. And he bunts over the first base line. It's a tough one. Johnson flips it to Frame, and they get him at first and finally end the inning. So the score now stands 21-5. Ireland's last chance to stay in this game as they come up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. So Ireland with quite a hill to climb here. Need to put up 7 runs this inning to stay alive. Pinch hitter to lead off the inning is Aidan Hines. First pitch is fouled back for foul ball strike.
No out here in the home half.
That pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Evens it up at 1-1. Goes right at Hines there, but he fouls that one away also. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one misses in, almost gets a piece of him. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Hines. Ireland in
bottom of the fifth.
Desperate need of base runners. And that pitch ripped down the third base line, but foul. Count remains at 2-2. And Hines jumps on this one and rips it past the diving third baseman into left field. So he's aboard with a leadoff single. And there may be life in this Irish team yet. And we're going to have a pinch hitter, which is Jack Aaron. First pitch to Aaron, check swing, but it's called strike one. And next one misses down and away. And this one grounded shortstop, could be a double play. Shortstop drops it, but the base runner held up and gets tagged out at second. So Aaron is aboard, but on the fielder's choice, that gets Hines out at second base. Another pinch hitter for Ireland here is Finn Corbett in for Josh Suda. Runner on first and one away. Corbett takes first pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. And he swings through that one. 0-2 the count now on Corbett. And that is a called strike 3. So Corbett goes down looking, and that's the second out. So Ireland down to their last out. Sean O'Toole comes up to bat. Takes that one up and in for 0-2. That misses down and away. 3 balls and no strikes now. That one just a little inside on O'Toole, gets a piece of him. He's going to go on up to first base on the hit by pitch, which pushes Aaron over to second base and gets us back to the top of the order with Alex Lucas. So Aaron at second, O'Toole at first, and Lucas at the plate with 2 away. No one misses outside. That one inside for ball 2. Lucas takes a healthy hack at that one, but fouls it away. 2 balls and a strike now. This one's driven hard down the right field line, but that one's going to tail off into the crowd. And evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lucas. Breaking ball takes it outside. That's going to run the count full. Runners will be going on the next pitch, which misses off the outside corner. That's going to be a base on balls for Lucas, and that's going to load him up for the center fielder David McCarthy. McCarthy is 1 for 1 today with a single in the center field, and he has walked twice. First pitch is a ball to McCarthy. Now go right at him, but he fouls this one away, and it's 1-1. Now down and away for ball 2. And this one line shot to right, but the first baseman stabs it, and that is going to be your ball game. Poland take it by mercy rule after 5. Poland 21, Ireland 5. So tomorrow we're going to have the final of the championship. Poland are going to face Croatia, and that has been pulled forward due to the weather forecast to a starting time of 10:30 a.m. local time here in Ireland. And we will see you then.
Championship qualifiers. Poland and Croatia. First pitch is at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Poland and Croatia go at it for the championship and the right to enter the under 18 championship. Poland Croatia is 10:30 tomorrow. Thanks everybody. See you tomorrow.